YouTube, how in the fuck are you guys doing today? Well, today is the long, very highly anticipated, bringing back of the YouTube dumbasses, alrighty? And today we have a very special YouTube dumbass that we're going to feature, and we're kind of going to run through the timeline of how this guy makes himself look like a complete dumbass, alrighty? You guys probably figured out who it all is. It is Brian Vanduyn, aka the greatest dump truck channel on all of YouTube. Self-proclaimed, not going to take any, you know what I'm saying, not going to do anything different, but self-proclaimed the greatest dump trucking YouTube channel on YouTube with the best information of all time. This guy is great in his own fucking mind. So we're going to run through some stuff here that just, you know, listen, before I say this, Brian, I will gladly, here's the number one problem with you, and this is topic number one. If people do not agree with you, you call them haters, stupid, and all this stuff. But the reason that people don't agree with you is because you never let them have a forum. YouTube is supposed to be a forum of, the comment section is questioning and answers, okay? Not just if somebody goes into the YouTube comment section, you block them, and then call them a dumbass and a jackass, and they're just hating on you. First of all, nobody's hating on you, alrighty? Stop blocking people. If you would like to come on and fucking have any answers, you know what I'm saying, that you think that I have wrong, I'm challenging you to come on and prove me wrong. But all the answers that I'm going to give are going to be 100% right. So I just wanted to say that, totally clarifying. Come on, have like a little debate, prove me wrong that you're not a dumbass. And if you're not a dumbass, we'll go on. But I have a feeling you can't do that because you are a major dumbass, okay? Kind of just starting off here from the beginning, we're going to kind of go way back in time and kind of run through a whole timeline of dumbass things that this dumbass has done, and more of the shit that we'll get into in the future. This might be a very long video because there is so much dumbassery here. It is unfucking believable, okay? I can't make this shit up, but here's what it is. So, a long time ago, I was on YouTube, and I found a guy that looked like he was trying to start his own business. He was struggling. He bought a piece of shit Peterbilt. It was an orange Peterbilt. It looked pretty cool. I started watching him, and he seemed to be really gung-ho and adventurous, and he was trying to make it happen for his and his family. Alrighty? And yes, I sent him some stuff to help him with his business to get going as like a, you know, just a gratitude, like, hey man, fucking, you know, get out there and you can do this shit. This owning a business is not that hard. If you just follow the simple guidelines, and I'm not even saying that I'm 100% right all the time, but I've done a lot of things right and I've done a lot of things wrong. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the dumbass shit that this motherfucker has done. So anyway, you know, I talked to him a couple times over the phone, and, you know, I just explained to him some of my business philosophies and things that I think would make him successful going down the road. Alrighty? But this guy, he would not take criticism. He would not take, I don't know, just if you were like, hey man, that's probably not a good idea, and then he would just cut you off before you could even get, you know, and before you could even fucking figure out, like, hey dude, you're not even, give me your, what are your reasons? He'd just say, you know, that's not the way I'm doing it. I'm doing, Ohio and Seattle are two totally different things. Business is business. Doesn't matter if it's in fucking Ohio or goddamn Canada or goddamn anywhere. It's all the same, but dummy-o, alrighty? So, what I told him from the beginning is, hey man, you shouldn't park all your shit at your house. You're in a residential area. That is not going to be good. The neighbors are going to get pissed off. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to hear a fucking loud-ass dump truck come in at 3 o'clock in the morning. You need to start finding a place to put all your equipment. No, I'm just going to keep it at my house, man. And again, that is a psychological thing that this guy has, that he has to look out and see all of his shit and prove to people that he's better than everybody else and all this crap. You're not, dude. You're not. You are a dumbass, okay, beyond all dumbasses, because you won't take the right steps to fucking do things right. So, What this dumbass does is gets his wife to sell their duplex, okay, and move out into a camper in the woods with their family. And then he tells them it's only going to be 2 months. It's only going to be 2 months. And all this shit. And he's going to take the profits from his house, okay, instead of reinvesting that into his new property, he's going to buy a dump truck, a new big super dump truck, which is, you know, that's all great, okay? If you wanted to do that, that's really all you. I'm not really saying that's a smart move, but you know what I'm saying? Maybe not to put the pool, set all your money down. You would want to invest it into your thing, alrighty? And then he goes on, but before that, he went on and said that I'm stupid and everybody else is stupid because they go finance stuff and you're a slave to the bank and you're a slave to these people and you're a slave to all this shit. But you're a slave to your mom. What you don't realize also is that you tried to start an excavation side of Brian Vanduyn dump truck, and that failed miserably, and you won't ever talk about it because it's a failure. Your mom bought an excavator for you so you would hire your drug addict brother to fucking work for you and give him a job. Well, you tried to go out and get excavation jobs, and you did, but you fucked every one of those up. Every one of them you fucked up. The fucking power lining job that you had to put in the fiber optics, you hit electric, you cost people money, you couldn't fucking get it done, alrighty? So they fucking fired you and you never went back to being an excavating. So now your mom bought you a $30,000 excavator, okay, that you got sitting in your fucking side yard and the neighbors are pissed off because you're hauling this garbage in and out, alrighty? So when you talk about that you put all your own money in there, no bullshit. Your mom gave you money on that particular item, alrighty? And then, you know, you guys move out there into the woods, okay? You're not fucking, here's another thing. Are your kids in school? I think it's illegal that your kids are not in school. They're old enough to be in school. You never talk about them being in school. Whenever you do live streams during midday, even school year, not school year, your kids are always there, alrighty? That's illegal. That's another dumbass thing, but we'll get into that later. Just prove me wrong. But, so you go on there, and you're, like I said, your fucking excavation business failed. Okay, it failed. It's okay to have failures. Everybody tries shit and fails shit. I've had some failures, but we're not talking about me, but I'm admitting I have had some failures. But anyway, so you put all this money down on this dump truck, and then you go around and you talk about how this dump truck cost $350,000. The truck did not cost $350,000. When you can't add the finance charge into the price of the thing. That's just the finance to borrow money, okay? That's not what the total cost of it is, okay? So that's another lie, okay? That's just to prove yourself that you feel that you have bought something for $350,000. Nothing. Couldn't be further from the fucking truth, alrighty? So then you tell all of us on YouTube that this is what you're doing. It's gonna be the greatest plan ever. You know what I'm saying? I'm living the fucking high life and all this shit. Meanwhile, you try to go to get a bank loan to build your dream home, which everybody has to do, alright? There's not very many people that can go build, you know, even a $300,000 house, cash flowing it with a dump trucking business. You know how I know that, Brian, you can't do it? Because I own one that's fucking 14 times bigger than the one that you currently have. So I know what the cash flow issue is. And that's what pisses me off, is that you give so much useless crap information on the dump truck business and how much money you're making when you're really not. And we'll get into that in just a little bit second. And you know, you're trying to bullshit a guy that's in the fucking thing. And when I say, hey, no, that's not right, you just block everybody. But anyway, so you're gonna move out to this fucking middle of nowhere and live in a camper, which is fine. If you need to do that for 6 months, all's well. It's now been 2 fucking years, okay? Not thinking it's working out. But what we talked about, and when I told you when you first started your business, is you need to pay yourself and not run your company as an LLC. You need to run it as an S Corp, okay? So you could pay yourself, because that's going to become very important when you sell the house that you're living in, okay, to go live in a camper in woods. And it's especially hard when you're trying to borrow money to build your dream home, okay? All right, so you're telling people only operate in cash, only do this shit, but then you're secretly trying to get bank loans and truck loans, all righty? So that's a big contradiction. That makes you look like a dumbass. So you move out there, and it takes you 2 years to get running water, electric, and all this other crap. Okay, then you talk your poor old grandpa into giving you $25,000 so you can buy another super dump, all right? Which is all great. Listen, everybody has borrowed money from somebody at some particular time that may be a family member. Nobody's hating on you on that. But then you went out and said that you own it. It's mine. It's cash. I got the title. I'm the greatest motherfucker alive. And then what you did is you hired 2 employees, okay? Which is great. You hired employees. Congratulations. Congratulations. You have people that work for you. But then what you did is lately, we'll get into this, you think you're Andrew Tate and you have all this inspirational shit, but you really don't. You know what I'm saying, Brian? You need to think about it. You've been on YouTube for 5 years and you haven't broke 10,000 subs. Okay? You've been stuck at 9,000 subs for over 2 fucking years. Do you think it's YouTube fucking you, or do you think it might be your personality and how you treat people from the outside? Okay? Because if you treat people like you do on YouTube, how you treat your so-called business customers, it's probably not good for you. Alrighty? So then you're out there running all this shit, and then you're talking all this crap about how you're going to get a house and you're going to do all this stuff. You go to the bank and they laugh you out of there. Why? Because your one tax video, that why you love dump trucking, when you talk about your tax and how that you made the last couple years, you've made $43,000 worth of negative income. What bank is going to loan you fucking money on that? Alrighty? That's not how banks loan you money. If you guys would like to learn how to banks loan you money, I could do a video on that. It would be very educational, okay? But again, you're out here. Then you tell us, we're putting the house on the plans because it just got too expensive. No, it didn't get too expensive. You don't have any money, okay? And let's talk about why you don't have any money, alrighty? Now, I'm not saying that the dump truck business is the greatest profitable business in the world. It's not. But let's talk about how much money you have pissed away in the last 36 months, okay? And when I mean pissed away, I'm talking pissed away and not for your future common goals, son. Alrighty. Let's talk about it. You bought a side-by-side, straight cash, because that's all you deal with is cash, for $16,000, okay? Or whatever you told us it is. Alrighty? Then you went out and bought a Harley-Davidson motorcycle because you're a biker, okay? And you got in your biker fad for that week. There went another $10,000. Oh, yeah, okay? So right now we have $26,000. Then you went out and you bought a new Toyota pickup truck because nobody needs to have a new pickup truck ever. I'm going to drive an F-350 old school shit because I don't need a new pickup truck. It's just you're a payment. You're a slave to the fucking man, and you're out there just working for the banks. You ain't really working for yourself. Okay, well then your dumbass had to put fucking $35,000 down on a $50,000 truck. That tells me where your credit is. That ain't good. And the only reason you had to do that is so that the bank, in maybe 2 years, after you figure out you got to start paying yourself, dumbass, all right, that you're going to be able to buy that. Then what did you do? Then you spent another fucking, alrighty, $2,000 to $3,000 on some useless photographic equipment. But if you have a hobby, listen, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I bought a lot of dumb shit, you know what I'm saying? But everything that I buy, you know, either appreciates or depreciates very small. Camera equipment's not number one, but we're not talking about me, we're talking about you. There was $2,000. So we got 16, 10, fucking 35. Do you see where this is going? We got, what else? We got $2,000 in camera equipment. Then we got another dumbass purchase. We bought a fucking boat to take our kids fishing when he's supposed to be in school, but we're out boating and we're spending quality time with my son and we're out here fishing. And you know, the whole time your employees Okay, here's where you fucked up, and we're going to get into why you had to sell all your shit at Ritchie Brothers right now. So now you spent, this is just all, and I forgot $10,000 on the world's biggest piece of shit rock crusher that doesn't work and is unbalanced and all this bullshit. Oh, another thing you lied about is you lied that whatever Strong Arm or whoever put the body on your truck gave you $25,000 for it being back, for it not working. That's a lie. They did not give you $25,000 worth of downtime pay. Actually, nobody would give you $25,000 worth of downtime pay. That they would just fix it. They don't write checks like that, okay? And then first of all, when you did your QuickBooks thing to show how much money you had that you actually didn't have because your QuickBooks wasn't reconciled, and you shut up about that real quick when you learned I was right again. That would have showed on your QuickBooks, and it didn't. So the last 18 months, this is all the shit that you bought. So you've almost spent $80,000 to $90,000 on useless crap. Okay? Oh, you said that you bought $2,000 worth of barbecue equipment, but you don't like to cook steaks because steaks are expensive, and how are you supposed to have money for all this crap? Wrong. Now you're a barbecuer. So every couple months you change what you're completely into. Meanwhile, your wife looks like that she hasn't had her hair done by a professional in a long time. She doesn't own a car anymore because you guys only have one. I haven't seen her driving around the Ford. Maybe she still has it. I don't know. Whatever. Okay? But you've done a lot of dumbass shit. And then we're not even going to get into talk to how, when you talk about that you have customers in the dump truck business and you made the employees sign a non-disclosure agreement about working for your customers. First of all, in the dump truck business, there is no contracts. Not a single fucking one, dummy-o. It is basically a word of mouth. They can use you till they don't need you anymore, and that's just how it goes. Alrighty? Now, maybe if you sign a company and they need to be a DBE or an MBE, you will get a contract that they will use you, but that's so they can get the bid on the job. You're really just a useless item, okay? Alrighty. So, you spent let's just call it $100,000, alrighty? Now, if you're trying to build a house in the woods to get your kids out of a cold-ass camper that leaks, and that's the right thing to do. I'm really shocked that Child Family Services hasn't been called for your living conditions, especially when you live there for 18 months with no running water and no electric with children under the age of 8. That doesn't look good. That doesn't look good. Really shocked that nobody's called that. But anyway, so we're gonna get into this. Is gonna be a long fucking video, people. Just buckle in. So you spent $100,000. Do you know what $100,000 is? $100,000 is 20% deposit on a construction loan on about a $500,000 construction loan, okay? And this is just money that you've pissed away, alrighty? Pissed away. So you can build a pretty nice house in the middle of the woods for $500 fucking grand, alrighty? And then you ran your mouth and said that your home will be completed by the time that mine is completed. Brian, you're wrong again. Mine will be done about July 4th. Okay, I may be in July 4th. Definitely by the end of July. So you've got 7 months, bud. And, you know what I'm saying? It takes 12 months to buy a refrigerator right now. So what you don't know is what you don't know. Alrighty? So again, we've saw you do all this stupid shit. Now, what you did, okay, and this is just lately, okay? For the last 2 years, you've let your employees work. You've never driven your 85 dump truck. You didn't do anything. You let your employees work while you laid around and did absolutely fuck all nothing. Lazy. Went fishing, watched YouTube videos, laid around your house, and you know what? Your employees saw that, okay? And then they came to you and said, hey, Brian, we need a raise. You go, I can't afford that. I can't afford that. You know what I'm saying? And then they fucking quit. Because you know why? When I told you, separate your home life from your business life. Do not let your employees see what you're out fucking around and spending your money on. Because they see you come rolling in with a goddamn fishing boat, okay, and a fucking all this new bullshit. they get jealous very quick because they're working really hard in these economic times, okay? And you're out here spending the money that they feel like they earned. That's going to piss them off and leave. And that's why you had to run your shit to Ritchie Brothers. It's not because you wanted to buy another dump truck. No, you think another dump truck is going to get a new driver in there, especially if you get a brand new one, is going to get a new driver in there, and he's going to last about 2 years, and you're going to be in the same cycle again, Brian. But guess what? You're not paying cash for this one, because when you said after your Ritchie Brothers auction that you made $125,000 in one fucking day, and that's all cash because you had the titles. Well, Brian, I'm gonna let you in on a little fucking secret. I sold 2 trucks the same month you did, and I profited 140 grand. Now, what I did with that money, okay, that money cost me zero money of my own personal money. Now, what you think about, dummy-o, okay? And this is where you're fucking fucked up when you talk about business credit versus all fucking cash and all this shit. I'm gonna lay some knowledge on you, stupid fuck. Okay? I used a bank to borrow money to buy trucks. I ran them for 4 fucking years, guys. Okay? For 4 years, I ran these trucks. Okay? I turned around and sold them and had positive equity in those trucks. Now, I didn't put any down payment on these trucks. I didn't do anything like that. I used all business money. I used all earned income to build my net worth. That's how it's done, stupid. Okay? So this year, now I have a comfortable savings to go through the winter. Comfortable savings. You know what I'm saying? If we need tires, I can buy them. If we need this and that, I could buy them. And guess what? I used my own, I didn't use my own money, all this cash money. I didn't have to borrow money from my parents, my grandma, and none of this stuff. So again, I made more than that selling 2 pieces of equipment. You had to sell 4. We're going to get into that. You told everybody that your international dump truck was worth $130,000 or $115,000. Oh, this is the greatest investment in the world. You lost money on it all the fucking time. Let's talk about this one. This is just one that I'm going to use in as an example because it's pretty good. You and your grandpa bought that fucker for $55,000 or 50 grand. The week after that, you had to put $13,000 worth of turbos on it. You and your grandpa, I know, put at least $6,000 worth of bushings, all this other bullshit, tires, everything that you fixed on it, all the time that you put in the wiring, and then it was in the shop for months, okay, because the dash caught on fire, and you tried to turn that into your insurance company, and they laughed at you because that bill was another $10,000, and you went on and you bashed the repair shop that they couldn't fix shit. Alrighty? So this truck cost you about 100 grand, okay, in the grand scheme of things, and you sold it for 65. You lost 45 grand, dumbass. Okay? And you can't take into what you got as income to what this is. We're talking about selling assets. Okay? So now you spent what the truck made in fixing it up front. Okay? Over those fucking 6 months that you fucking own the thing, or a year. Doesn't matter. You lost money on that. It was not a positive equity gain in your company. Okay? Alrighty? Then you sold your big excavator that your mom bought. So if your mom gave you that money or loaned it to you, once you sold the equipment, the morally thing to do is pay her the money back or ask her and say, do you want this stuff back? No, you just said, I made 125 grand. What'd you do? You run out, you show us pictures of you buying big ass steaks and you're a barbecuer and all this shit, dumbasses, alrighty? And then your other employee that you thought was going to drive your other truck left too. You know why? Because he saw you not growing your business, downsizing your business. When you run shit to Ritchie Brothers auctions, 1 or 2 things. You're a rental company that doesn't have a sales department and sells that, or you're trying to make quick cash, or you're selling problems that you don't want to deal with, aka international, dump trailer, fucking all this other bullshit that you bought because you spent so much money personally, you don't have enough money in your business to pay all of your expenses and get you by the slow times. That's where you're at right now, bud. Alrighty? And then here's another thing that you've told people is that for the last couple weeks, you've been doing nothing but YouTube shorts about how you're great. And you know what I'm saying? I got the secret to success. Get off your ass and fucking not be lazy and go to fucking work and work 20 hours a day. You don't need to sleep. That's all shit that Andrew Tate says, okay? And you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I agree with Andrew Tate, but some of the stuff, I get it. Some people need to be motivated. Again, for the weak-minded, okay? That's what a church is, okay, Brian? I'm going to give you some game. Maybe you guys might call me a dumbass, but people to go to church are for weak-minded individuals that need some reason to get up or some holiness to live their life under. It's fucking stupid. You're weak-minded. You're going to get preyed upon, and you know what I'm saying? Is that really what you think? Or is that what your preacher told you and all this horse shit? So that's how I feel about preachers. And that's a little bit of Andrew Tate thing. It's like a cult following. But, Brian, for the last 18 months we know of, you have not worked one fucking iota. The last 6 months, you've been on vacation. You basically said it. I've been on vacation for 2 years, and I haven't worked. I grow my business. Your business is failing, Brian, because your employees are leaving because of the exact same fucking reason. You don't fucking work at your business. You talk a lot of shit, but behind the scenes, there's a lot of holes in this story, okay? And if people go through and watch your history, you know what I'm saying? And you say, oh, I've been in business 7 years. You haven't been in business 7 years, dummy. I've been in business 7 years. You started 2 years after me. You may be on your 5th season of dump trucking. That's it. Okay? It goes by how many tax returns you have, alrighty? And let's just go 2018, 2019, 2020, and we're not even through 2024. So that's 4 fucking tax returns, okay? You're on maybe your 5th fucking season. You all right? You've not been in business that long. You're a dumbass. You keep talking about shit that you don't know, all right? And then the other day you did a video, and this really got me. This one got me. You started talking about what your business is worth, okay? And you said your business is worth 3 times what your sales are. That is total bullshit. You are giving people such wrong information. Your business is not worth a fucking thing. It's worth to whatever equity you have in your 2020 Peterbilt. That's all your business is fucking worth. If you sold it today, you cannot sell your contract. Well, you don't have any contracts anyway, but you can never sell a part of a business. You can never sell your fucking... You can never sell your... Well, you can never sell your contracts. So your contracts that you have, because once you sell, those contracts are null and void, okay? And those people are free to go out and get with some other company. Now, they may use you for a while, but they're going to get somewhere else. The only thing that you can sell is your cash on whatever your accounts receivable is. If you have like this is big business, construction stuff, what your retainage is, but then you don't get that retainage. You sold your retainage to another company, they get it, and all that shit. So your business is not a 1.5 multiplier. You are so fucking stupid. I don't know what videos you learned that off of, but that is totally not fucking right. Your business is maybe worth, I'm going to go 80 grand. That's what your net worth is, Brian. That's it. That's it. It's not worth $1.5 million. You have never seen $1.5 million. You have never done sales worth $1.5 million. You have no fucking idea what $1.5 million looks like. Matter of fact, if you had $1.5 million, you would be what they call a drunken sailor that just got off the ship and that is fucking rich, thinks that they're rich. You would buy more useless crap than you already got. Okay? And you're still not reaching your goal. I don't know how your wife hasn't divorced you, because you are such a dumbass and you are so selfish and you are so about yourself. It is unfucking believable. And you believe that you're doing right and you're not. And people that listen to you are going to get themselves in trouble. And that's what I'm here to tell you, why you are one of the biggest YouTube dumbasses in the dump truck community on fucking YouTube, and it really ain't that fucking big. There's about fucking maybe 3 to 4 people, okay? There is the country CEO, Dominique the dump truck driver, and me. I haven't found anybody else. But you are the lowest of the low because you're a dumbass and you contradict yourself so fucking much. It's unbelievable. I want you to take a deep dive and ask yourself some really important questions. Where am I going to be in 5 years? Because I'm going to tell you where you're going to be. You're going to be with the same fucking truck. You're going to have to run it till it look like the 85. I don't even think you said you bought a new truck, but you're not showing it to us yet. You have not bought a new truck yet because, Brian, your ego will not allow you not to show that. You have to show people how much stupid shit you bought. Okay? How much stupid shit that you bought. Now, you may think that, you know what I'm saying? You may think that I bought some stupid shit because I wear fucking $15,000 fucking Rolex. I got another watch worth fucking another one worth 15 fucking grand. I got a goddamn car. That's personal stuff that I have bought. I have sold other things in my personal life, okay, that me and my wife have collected, and I bought something else to invest my money in. Alrighty? Alrighty? That's what I did. You can say whatever you want. Anybody can say whatever they want. Hold on. I gotta get a drink out of these Stanley cups. I like these things. You know, and then you wanna talk about, you put a picture up on your thing of me in Miami with my wife. And I'm wearing my fucking goddamn satchel. Okay? It's a Louis Vuitton satchel, but it holds my phones and my wallet and all that stuff when I go out because I don't like having people, and you think that that's funny. You think that you're making fun of me because I'm gay or something. Brian, listen, I forgot about fucking bitches, okay, more than you ever have in your life, okay? Alrighty? I'm a closer, son. That's all I'm going to tell you on that. But anyway, that's my opinion on why you're a YouTube dumbass and how I just don't understand how you can't see it. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? You have less than 10,000 subscribers and you're talking like you have 10 million. You don't. Okay? Just remember this, bud. Stay the fuck in your lane. You're so far away from where the country CEO and even Dominique with one truck. You are so far away from her, okay? And you are so far away from the country CEO, and you're miles behind me because I understand how this world works. And I don't fucking go on there and tell people what they should and shouldn't do, and then I turn around and go do that. You're going to be, you know, again, if you're buying another truck, you're going to be slave to the man, Brian. You should all buy cash. And growing a business is slow. No, you can grow a business as fast as you want to go. Alrighty? Because I understand how to grow a business. You don't. Alrighty? But that's my version of Brian Vanduyn, the YouTube dumbass. And there's probably a lot of other shit. You know what I'm saying? We didn't talk about that stupid rock crusher that's fucking absolutely just a complete waste of money, and it's never going to happen with anything with that. Let's see what else. There's so much other shit. He won't talk about how his excavation business is in the toilet, and you sold all your equipment. You know, fucking dumb. Just keep playing in the woods. But anyway, like always, thanks for watching, and I gotta fucking go.